intentions of these questions. Okay, I won't lie, I got lost in the sauce, but I challenge you to at least answer some of them. There are literally 60 questions here. Go to at least get 1 out of 60. But I am also planning on relaying the implications of your answers. I am not, I repeat not, asking for any sort of empirical evidence. Just your opinion, and your time of course. I know the quiz setting is a bit strange considering this, but I needed a stagnant background for the video.
How innovative, you sure are ahead of your time. What's next, an iceberg video?
Hey, that's a good idea. I'll keep that in mind. 1. Is God incapable of lying? 2. Can God physically touch you, or any other thing on earth? 3. Can God reverse time? 4. Can God, assuming you are a Trinitarian, increase the Godhead? 5. Is God capable of changing his mind? 6. Is God capable of speculation? 7. Is God capable of imagining a greater being than himself? 8. Do people who live and kick the bucket without ever knowing the Christian God go to heaven? 9. Is God limited by his nature? 10. Could God be absolutely evil? 11. Why did God make us limited? 12. Does God have free will? 13. Is God capable of experiencing emotions? 14. Can God create a world in which free will exists without the potential for evil? 15. Can God intervene in human affairs without violating free will? 16. Is God subject to time in any way? 17. Can God be fully understood by humans? 18. Is God's justice absolute, or is it subject to interpretation? 19. Does God ever express regret? 20. Is God bound by the laws of logic? Okay, there goes the first 20. Good job sticking by, 40 more left. If you have any answers to one of the questions I presented, feel free to comment. Actually, don't feel free. Do it respectfully.
You're not very convincing, you know that?
And you're not very demure or mindful.
Look, I left my gun at home. Can we not do this right now? Just get back to the questions. You can't even pay me, so stop wasting my time.
Questions about Jesus specifically. 1. Could Jesus feel physical attraction? 2. Has Jesus ever hit anyone? 3. Could Jesus or can Jesus do anything God can do? 4. Has Jesus ever seen a naked woman? 5. Was Jesus smart or wise? 6. Can Jesus perform evil actions? 7. Did God or the angels actively watch Jesus do things like use the facilities and take baths? 8. Did the resurrected Jesus do things like use the toilet? 9. Did Jesus have access to all knowledge? 10. Did Jesus ever doubt his mission? 11. Could anyone realistically tempt Jesus? 12. If the devil was really against Jesus, why was he never attacked up until the end of his 30-plus years of life? 13. What was Jesus' understanding of Scripture? 14. Could Jesus have chosen not to fulfill his mission? 15. Was Jesus breastfed? 16. Why did Jesus forgive the sins of the thief to his right so readily? Realistically, the thief could never consensually accept him and his message without prior knowledge, which we have no awareness for that being the case. 17. Why did Jesus feel the need to speak in parables, and not just write an entire book himself, about the relevant questions needed for salvation? 18. Did Jesus engage in normal human activities? 19. Could a woman or man ever feel physical attraction for Jesus? And if so, is that a grave transgression? 20. Can we truly understand Jesus without cultural context? Alright, we are fast approaching the end of the video. I won't haggle you to like the video, but I do want an appraisal of the questions provided thus far. If you happen to be eating during the video, enjoy your meal. If you aren't eating, go get a snack.
Don't make me go get the Holy Glock.
Hey, I just want to chit-chat a bit. Goodness. 1. Why were all the prophets literally just around Palestine? 2. Why did people who actively witnessed God reject him? 3. Do you recall when Moses had a duel with those magicians? How did they do magic? 4. Why are certain miracles either not impressive, given the current technology available, or so outlandish as to be physically impossible? 5. Why were many plans set by God so convoluted? 6. Why didn't God just send angels as prophets rather than sinful unreliable man? 7. Why are some biblical narratives difficult to reconcile with historical accounts? 8. Why are the plainly evil actions of the prophets never acknowledged as such, but people such as Aaron's sons received immediate divine punishment for picking the wrong sticks? 9. Were all biblical miracles universally accepted as divine? 10. How do we account for the diversity of biblical interpretation among followers? 11. Why weren't multiple people running in droves to meet the Israelites, who allegedly traveled with the creator of the universe for 40 years in small region? 12. Were miracles performed for the sake of belief or to challenge authority? 13. Did all prophets possess the same level of authority? 14. Why were some prophets more successful than others? 15. Why doesn't the Bible account for race? 16. Are we able to prove a single book in the Bible is divinely inspired? 17. Do you evaluate the actions of biblical figures outside of modern ethics? Should that be the case, are you implying a deficiency in the morality of people literally in active communication with God? Or do you intentionally live with lower or unnecessary moral standards? 18. Do you personally criticize a single action that God advocated for explicitly or implicitly? 19. If there was no heaven or hell, would you still be Christian? Take a moment to ponder this before your answer. 20. How cool must you be to get to the end of this video? Probably really cool, honestly. Good on you.